Hi, good day, everyone. This is KW, the blue collar worker. I was just sitting up here, thinking how am I going to pay my bills, right? And it just dawned on me some of the things that we can possibly do to maybe save a buck. And this is what I came up with. It may apply to you, it may not apply to you, but I think you'll like it. Press the like button if you like the video and press subscribe so you can see the rest of my new videos coming out. I think you're going to like them. I got a lot of interesting things that's coming up and I think you'll like them. So number one, low paying jobs. If you got a low paying job, chances are you'll probably not have enough money to do what you need to do. So you'll probably wind up working maybe 2, 3 low paying jobs. So that's one. The other one is discretionary spending. This is a big one. Discretionary spending is buying things we really don't need. For instance, cigarettes, some cases drugs, alcohol, gambling, casinos, bottled water. Now here's the thing with the bottled water. When the recession and the coronavirus first hit, the stores couldn't keep bottled water on the shelves. And I live in Chicago. Chicago got one of the best water filtration systems in the country. So all you really have to do is just go to your kitchen sink and you got all the water you need. And then the next one is clubbing. Going to that club, looking good, flaunting and spending money that you don't have. Going to bars. Bars is another one. You spending all that money on them shots and them beers that's like 100 times what it would cost you if you bought it from the liquor store. Clothes and shoes that you don't wear. I hear so many of my friends tell me that they got shoes and clothes they bought that they never worn. So now, how does that make sense if you buying stuff you're not even wearing, right? How about we in spring now, but from time to time I still got to kind of knock the chill off in my house. But what about heating the house when you're at work? That's just throwing money out the window. Or having all your lights on while you're at home. And you're in the living room and you got the kitchen light on, the bedroom light, the basement light. You got all these lights on and you only in one room. Why not just turn all those lights off? I started doing it and ComEd, who's the provider of my electricity, sent me out a letter congratulating me that I'm doing a better job at conserving energy and saving money as well. The other one is neglect on your house and your car as far as repairs. If you don't change your oil, it's going to turn into sludge and you might wind up replacing your engine. What about the brakes? If you hear your brake pads starting to make a noise or it's kind of harder for you to stop, it may be time to take it to the car repair shop to let them look at your brake pads. Because if you let it go on, it's going to be the rotors and some of the other things that go wrong too, as well as your tires. Because if you're not braking properly, that can affect your tires as well. So you want to, not neglect your car. Not going to the doctor, not going to the dentist, not going to the eye doctor. These are things that you should be doing at least twice a year. And if minimum once a year. I got friends that brag that, hey, I've never been to the doctor. I ain't been to the doctor in 15 years. Well, yeah, see, you don't know what's going on with your body. You can have diabetes, you can have high blood pressure, you can have a lot of stuff going on that you're not aware of. But if you go to the doctor on a regular, you can tell your doctor that lately you've been having this pain. Lately, this has been happening. And he can diagnose it for you and help you. So it's important to go to the doctor, go to the dentist, go to the eye doctor, and get yourself checked out. It doesn't cost that much, and it can possibly save your life. Here's another one. Keeping up with the Joneses. You look at your neighbor over there, he got the nice car, he got the nice boat, he got the big house, he got all the bling, he got all this stuff going on. But yet, you don't have any money. He may not even have any money. So we can't keep up with other people. Only thing we can worry about is what's in our pocket and deal with that, because We don't have other people money to be trying to keep up with them. Another thing, extending your credit cards. This is a big one. A lot of people do this. They make their credit card part of their monthly income. Yeah, but you paying what, 18 to 30% on that credit card, meaning unless you paying it off before the due date, it's not a smart thing to do. Or taking a vacation on your credit card. You got to pay that back. Now, the smart thing would be is try to save up for your trip. This way, when you come back from your good time, you're not stuck with trying to pay it back. It's already paid for. And that's the way to go. Student loans. If going to school is cool, but go to school for something that you're going to do. I know a lot of friends that go to school for stuff they're not even using. So now you're paying all this money back for something you didn't even use. And student loans can be very expensive. Not saving enough. You gotta save something. Most people, well, I can't save nothing. Yeah, but it goes back to them cigarettes. It goes back to the clubs. It goes back to the coffee shops. It goes back to all those things. You can't save $5. $5. We spend that all the time. So unless you just out of work and you really don't have the money, that's understandable. But for the most part, you can put about $5 aside because you may need it. And here's the thing with that. What you gonna do when you need money? And I'm not even talking big money. And you go try to borrow some money from them. And your friends, what they gonna tell you? Oh man, I ain't got it. So then you go to one of them rip-off checking goals and all those places, and they really stick it to you. So, if you can, try to put $5 in the bank. Over time, it'll build up. Another one is not exercising. Well, if you don't exercise, then, you're not keeping your body in shape, which means that the body eventually going to break down. And then that's going to cost you money because now you got to go to the doctor. You can't work. You can't do this. You can't do that. So if you get out there and exercise 3 times a week, say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour each outing, that'll really help you. It'll help you with your balance. It'll help you with your endurance. It'll help you with your breathing. It'll help you with pretty much everything you need help with, if you can do it. Supplements. Now, this for people that's trying to do it the easy way. Well, I just go to GNC or one of these other places and buy everything I need to stay healthy. And I had this one friend, she was doing that. She looked like a hag. I mean, everything she was doing was supplement this, supplement that. And I think it was doing more harm than good. So you really don't want to be doing all those supplements. It's not good for you. Divorce and alimony. I know we can't really pick or predict how a marriage is going to work out. But, just kind of look at the person before you marry them. See how y'all work out before you say, I do. Make sure that, y'all cool with sharing, because sharing is very important. I had this girlfriend, she wanted to get married, and she told me, don't you worry about my money. Don't you worry about that. Now, why would I marry somebody like that? That's a recipe for disaster, because if she telling me that while we dating, what is it going to be like when we get married? Her money is her money, your money is your money, and everything around y'all is falling down because you're not on the same page. So you want to make sure before you say I do, do a credit check. Kind of investigate on what this person's money look like before you take that leap of faith. Child support. Well, if you bring a child in the world, you got to pay for the kid now, so try not to be getting all them kids out there, wear protection. And then you don't have to worry about that. I hear a lot of things in the Black community that, it's not the same when you wear protection, but yeah, pay now, pay later. That's all I can say. Just pay now, pay later. Better protection. You ain't got to worry about it, right? Supporting your adult kids. That's another one. This, and I'm gonna do a video on this one. But what you want to do is, before we send our kids out in the world, it's our job is to prepare them for the world. And when I say prepare them for the world, that means, you want to teach them the things that they need to know how to do before they get into the world. For instance, working a job, working around the house, contributing to the bills in the house, being a good adult child. When you don't do those things, you send them out there with a false impression that the world is going to treat them the same way, and that's not true. So you want them involved in paying their fair share in the house, working, taking care of themselves, and being good young adults. The other one is failing business. Now I'm doing a video on rental properties, and that's where I had my business. And I was, a landlord at one time, and you can lose a ton of money in that, especially when people don't pay. So, but I'm gonna do a series on that one. So that'll probably be my next video. What is involved with being rental property owner. I'm gonna, start from the beginning, buying it all the way up to having tenants and what to expect, what to look forward to. It's some pluses and it's some minuses in it. It all depends on you. So again, this is KW, the blue collar worker. Press the like button and subscribe because I got a lot of good stuff coming up and I want you to be involved in it. So, if you want to leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.